Alright, welcome back.
Welcome back. Riku kidnapped Pinocchio.
Hey, let Pinocchio go, Riku.
A puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi. How about it,
Why
Sora?
does he have a normal
Let's
human
join
head, by the way,
forces
but the
to
rest
save
of his
her.
body is puppet-like?
How dare you?
Together.
This is Disney. They've never done anything wrong.
What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
He's doing the hand gesture
Kairi,
for
no
talking.
heart. At least he still has.
It's because the mouth movement doesn't sync up to the lyrics at all for him.
They get much better
I
at
hear
it.
But right now it's loud
It's
and
like,
clear.
it's like watching a
It's
Godzilla
telling me
movie.
you're on the
Oh my
wrong
god, it's
side.
Godzilla!
I fucking love that though.
Choice.
Pinocchio!
Pinocchio!
Like his knees and arms are very like wood-like clearly, but his body is like his head is just not wood-looking at all.
He's dead.
Oh, I guess I'm okay.
Get it? Because he's lied.
This is the most awkward cutscene I think this game's had yet.
We'll get there.
I'm sorry, Riku. Did you just dark magic portal your way out of this
Yeah.
to not fight the boss?
They have that ability.
Yeah, but like he was so willing to help you fight this boss the first time around, and the second time around he's just like, peace. Fuck you, dude. I'm out. Yeah. Yeah.
Ta!
Dude.
Come on. See ya. Fire.
Oh man. Okay.
Deep freeze.
Deep freeze. Is Deep Freeze the only one he says that to, by the way? Because it feels like it to me. Like, he feels like it's the only one he's like, a Deep Freeze.
Just say fire.
Oh, that's right, he does say fire. But he says heal too. I guess he says the names of all of them, right?
He doesn't actually call them what they are.
Yeah, but he
does
does
say
say a thing. Okay. What's, oh, you know what's funny? I was, they had Evo Japan, like, a couple months ago or something. And I didn't watch, like, pretty much any of it, except for, like, a couple matches. But, I was looking through just to see what they were playing for side games, because sometimes they play fucking weird-ass shit for side games at Evo. In Evo Japan this year, they had high-level, competitive Digimon Rumble Arena.
I love it.
And I gotta tell you, I didn't know there was high-level competitive strats to that game until I started watching that game, and it was just like, oh, the strats are literally play Metal Greymon
And shoot the laser beam.
and shoot laser beam, because if you happen to hit it point blank, it lets you get an easy follow-up grab out of it, and you can do like a quarter damage to people for like nothing. Like there's only 3 competitively viable characters. There's Metal Greymon, Angelmon, and
that
then
final boss?
No, the cat thing. I honestly think Final Boss might be either banned or actually isn't as good as he seems, because no one played him. Like, I figure he has to be banned because he's absolutely horseshit. But I think, actually, you know what? I think it's that he's bad, because actual competitive Digimon Rumble Arena mostly...
Which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah, it mostly comprises of people standing as far away from each other as humanly possible, firing lasers from as far away as possible.
I kind of feel like that's what that game devolves into, though.
Yeah, like, it's literally just them, like, at max distance trying to hit people with full-screen laser, and that's, like, the whole gameplay.
Goofy.
Thanks, pal!
But it's pretty good.
I like this boss.
Why don't you just attack him on the ground?
I'm trying, but he jumps.
Why don't you just not jump?
Can't. Because he does. He jumps anyway.
Have you considered being a better person?
Come on.
Also, enemies in this game have invincibility frames, and like certain areas that you can't actually hit. Like if I were to go behind this guy, can't hit him.
Heal.
Nope.
Also, that does damage.
Yeah, I was noticing that. I'm like, that's really obnoxious, because there's such a tiny platform to actually fight him on. Yeah.
Heal.
Dude.
Poison breath.
Heal.
Thrilling combat, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't want to say too much because Derek needs to focus on this, but at the same time, I'm like, boy, this is a boring boss.
Yep. I hate this boss. Not because it's that hard, but because it's annoying and there's not much to it.
Yeah. Wow, a Heartless. Or a Kingdom Heart? Eh?
Riku.
Alright. I saw a heart fly out of him and be all spooky ghost heart.
He wanted to help Riku, even though Riku already fucking skedaddled.
I like the word skedaddled.
I do too. That's why I use it so much.
It's pretty good. Oh no, he's kidnapped. Something Kyrie.
Kyrie's like a lifeless puppet now.
Precisely.
Stop
And
doing,
heart
saying things.
Taken by the Heartless, no doubt.
That's why I control the Heartless.
7 maidens of the purest heart. We call them the princesses of heart. Gather them together, and a door
7.
will open to the heart.
This, I'm holding up 7, but not in the way most people do. And this makes people really uncomfortable when you hold up 7 like this.
Yeah,
because most people do this.
Yep.
So if you do this, they freak out. Or like this, people don't like that.
Your marvelous
He's
gift.
purposely keeping one finger down and then adding an extra finger to the other hand. I have to explain that because this is not going to make any sense to people listening.
She gave Riku the power to control the Heartless, even though the Heartless is what caused Kairi to not have a heart. So why can't they just make the Heartless give back the heart?
I'm more distracted by the fact that she's an empty vessel. And they keep saying it.
It's because she has no heart, because she's a princess of light.
No, it's weird and creepy and stop doing that.
Gonna spit us out, right, Chris?
Yeah. If a whale sneezed, wouldn't you come out the blowhole and not its mouth? Don't shrug at me, Derek. You know this is how it works.
That's how it works in anime.
Yep.
I'm glad Pinocchio and Glenno made it out. Yeah, hopefully they landed somewhere safe. They landed all the way back in Twilight Town.
Yeah, you know. Can't win a ball.
Agrabah!
Dude,
Sorry.
I don't know if you've, like...
My magic is as good as Donald's now.
Have you heard about that anime that's, like, reviewing women?
No.
It's like... No, it's like reviewing monster girls. Like, it's an isekai where they, like, go to bar taverns and fuck prostituted women and then write reviews on what it's like to have sex with that monster girl. And that's how they make their money to buy more.
Never heard of this.
It's like brand new, but Funimation picked it up and dubbed like the first 3 episodes and then removed it from their site, and we're like, we're not gonna dub this because it's too raunchy for us and it goes against our core values, which is hilarious to me because I think they literally have porn on their goddamn site. Maybe they don't, but they have borderline porn on their site, and that show is essentially one of those borderline porn shows. So the internet was just like, how dare they? This is an amazing show, and the internet went and did the internet way of handling things, which is to make it memes and also be obnoxious about it. It's a classic. So two more popular YouTubers told all their fan base to go to My Anime List and fucking review the show super high so that it would be the #1 best show on the site.
Oh boy.
To teach Funimation a lesson on what they're missing out on. But now Mal has gotten upset about it and has started deleting users and fucking blocking reviews and talking shit on the YouTubers that told them to do it. And like, but like, all they ended up doing was make themselves look bad because they literally are just like, all of our workers are fucking free volunteer workers. You're making them do all this extra work for free because they're volunteers. And you know, right when they said that, I was just like, why do you have volunteer workers for your site? Your site makes a fuck ton of money through advertisement. They make a minimum of 10. You can't even have an ad on their site for under $10,000 for a month. You have to pay for a full month at least, and it has to be a minimum of $10,000. And one page normally has 3 ads or more. And their entire site is run by free help? Okay.
People wonder why people download AdBlocker.
Yeah, like, literally a whole bunch of people were like, what the fuck is this shit? This is horseshit. I'm like, they literally made themselves look bad by trying to make the YouTuber look bad by making free volunteer employees do work for free for a company that easily is pulling in, like, $200,000 a year minimum.
How dare you? They're volunteer workers, Chris.
Like, right when I saw that, I'm like, that's fucked up. I'm like, if I were these volunteer workers, I'd either ask for some cash or I'd fucking quit immediately. Like, post haste. But yeah, people are smart.
Very smart.
But I haven't actually seen the anime, but I've seen clips of it. It's pretty funny. I will admit, it's a pretty funny fucking anime.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous, but it's pretty funny.
Pretty funny.
I wouldn't watch it, but
I wouldn't watch it.
I wouldn't watch it, but
Funny, I guess it's alright.
It's pretty funny. Well, it falls under that category of anime where it's so fucking borderline that I'm like, why wouldn't I just watch porn at this point? Like,
Yeah, no, I understand that.
you know what I mean? Yeah, like, the shows hit a certain point where you're like, I get it, it's funny, haha, but like, this is so close to just being what it could have been anyways, that why wouldn't I just go watch what I could be watching?
Blanking on the name of it off the top of my head, but it's just like, literally this guy is selected to date and marry monsters, and the first one is the snake lady, and it's just like, this girl is going to constrict you to death, my man.
Oh, I know exactly. It's pretty much the same idea.
That's why I thought that was the show you were talking about. I was just like, no, it's a different one.
Yeah,
I know it's a
newer
different
show.
one.
That show's been around for a couple of years now. But yeah, same
That
vibe. That show
not
has
that great.
the same vibe. Dude, I've already made this joke. I forget if I made it on the show though, but if I did, my apologies. But I've come to the realization that
Little Mermaid.
I've come to the realization that literally any anime I come across that
I
is
don't want to play this world yet.
there's literally any anime that I come across on the internet that's like people are talking about it endlessly, but the only thing they're talking about is how cute and or how sexy one of the female characters is.
Best girl.
Then I'm immediately like, oh, this anime sucks. Because if it was good, people would talk about literally anything else
Like the
about
plot?
the show. Yeah, like literally anything.
We're gonna
and they
talk
never
through
do.
some stupid shit, so I'm gonna do this boring shit and we can keep talking.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's something else.
Because I'm like, literally, whenever I run into an anime that I'm like, oh, I recognize the character from this anime, but I recognize this character from porn or people talking about the porn of this character, and not actually the show, I'm always like, this is probably a shitty show, and I'm almost always right.
correct.
Like, almost 100% of the time.
Yeah. Which sucks, because sometimes they make decent characters.
I mean, that's fine. That's what Rule 34 is for, Derek. Save yourself the time and the hassle.
That's true.
But, like, it is, like, the most common, like... Because that's how I... Like, I know people actually like Demon Slayer. I don't know if you've seen Demon Slayer.
I know what the show you're talking about. I haven't I read a little of it, and then I was just like, this isn't that great.
I've been watching it because it's on Toonami, and I normally watch Toonami, and I'm gonna watch it to the end because I'm watching Toonami anyways. So I'm gonna see it from beginning to end. But all I can think of the whole time watching the show is it came on, and I'm like, oh, this is that show everyone's talking about. And then I thought about it, and I'm like, no, this is the show that everyone's talking about, the girl, Demon Girl. Which means this show is probably gonna be meh. And then I started watching it, and I don't hate it like I do Attack on Titan or Casshern Sin, but the whole time I'm watching it, I can't help but have the immediate feeling of, this is incredibly mediocre.
There was,
I don't even care what's happening in this plot.
There's, I think it's the guy who wears the
boar head?
the boar head.
Yeah.
And they were like, that's the best girl.
That's best. I don't even like him either. That's the problem. I'm like, he has two sidekicks now at this point. He has Boarhead Guy and he has Scaredy Cat. And I hate both of them. Like, I don't... Like, I kind of like Boarhead Guy more, because at least he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna kill shit. But he's also super obnoxious because he won't shut up about killing shit. And then he has
Chris,
the
that's
wine
called
bit.
character development. That's called character traits. He
Yeah,
just
but
likes to kill things. When he gets over his complex of wanting to kill things, you'll be like, wow, he's a good character.
I mean, maybe, but...
Sorry,
like,
I was just using internet logic there.
I mean, that's true, though. It is good character development. The problem is that I have to... You literally just fucking let them ram you in the ass 4 times before you reacted out of the way. You would be terrible at Toho.
Dude, it's not even that. It's just like, this thing doesn't control bat
I
rate.
know, I know. But, it's really funny. Which, I mean, no, it is good character development. I'll give them that. The problem is that they're just so fucking annoying. Like, that's... It's not like a... Oh, haha, he's, like, wants to kill shit. It's like, shut up! I get it, shut up! Like, I feel the same way about the Winebag character, because the Winebag character is like... I can't fight in 2 weeks, but he never shuts up! It'd be fine if he, like, I'm too weak, I can't do this, and was, like, cowered in the corner quietly. I'd be fine with it, but he never shuts up!
He needs to just shut up!
He's like, I get it, you're so fucking annoying, though. Like, I can't stand all of them. And I came to the realization, I know why people really like the Demon Girl out of all the characters, and it's because she doesn't fucking talk! So they can't ruin her by making her not shut up!
There's the meme of her running, and they just put it to that, like, I think you know the music I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the funniest stupid thing. And then they just have the character growing and shrinking the entire time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is the internet weird?
Because memes, Derek.
That is true.
But yeah, that's literally my whole problem with that show, is that they just don't shut up. Like, it's fine if they just shut up for 20 seconds and let the fucking actions talk for a minute. But no. Like, it's... Literally watching that manga reminds me of reading a book. Where, like, there's a character that... You know when you're reading a book and they're just constantly explaining everything? Or constantly fucking developing the world with, like, crazy high details? And you're just like...
Pinocchio!
I don't care. Like, just get to the plot.
We got Geppetto.
Cool. You now have a child rapist on your team. Congratulations. I hope you're proud of yourself.
It's good to be back without Jiminy's help. We got Sid.
Way to go there, Donald. But, I don't know. Derek, talk about something. Because you seem to be very bored with what I'm talking about. So talk about something.
Oh, I can't say I've watched the show, so that's the thing. Oh, dude, I got a postcard.
It was... what's the fucking, Honestly, I can't even think of what fucking anime I've been watching. That's not the worst, when you're like, I've been watching this anime, and I don't remember... Oh, I remember what the fuck it was. I've been watching the most recent season of Sword Art Online. And I gotta tell ya, Sword Art Online is really good at making their villains the most creepy motherfucking human beings on the goddamn planet.
Dude, you could repeat that statement.
Like, I know people are just like, I feel like there is a good chunk of people that are always super put off by, Sword Art Online because their villains are normally so fucking creepy, but I think that's a good thing. I think that's how it should be. Like, I think if you're gonna make a villain, you should make them so fucking deplorable that it makes you question, why am I watching this show? That's how you know you're making a good villain. Is when the villain is so... Like, it's not a Batman villain, right? Where you're watching a Batman villain and you're like, yeah, man, he's got some fucking crazy ideas, but I get where he's coming from. Sword Art Online does its villains where they're so fucking out there that you're just like, why? I am uncomfortable watching this human being. And I think there's some merit to that, you know?
Yeah.
But, because they just had a villain and they, oh my god, Sword Art, in the only way that Sword Art can do character development. I'm not even gonna call it a spoiler, because it's literally in episode, like, 3 of the goddamn series, so there's not spoiling anything, really. But they open up the second season...
I think we have enough guns on there.
They open up the second season of Alicization, right? Sword Art Online Alicization, where they have the Dark Knight leader and his, like, girlfriend slash future wife talking about, like, wanting peace. And doing anything for peace. And you learn about the two of them a little bit in the first episode. And then in the second episode, the villain goes into the machine and he goes there and becomes, like, the head honcho villain in charge of all the other villains.
Mm-hmm.
Logically, because he's the bad guy.
Like you do, because he's the bad guy.
He's the bad guy. So, and then the girl tries to kill him while he has his guard down.
Did you just see Donald there?
Nah, yeah, I did. But, so he tries to work with him to get, like... Or, no, she tries to kill the main baddie now while his guard is down. And it doesn't work, and they just, like, straight up murders her in the most, like, only Sword Art Online way possible, which is, he killed her, and he was a fucking creepy weirdo about it to the point where you're like, whoa, dude, chill out, it's just a murder.
It's just a murder!
You can chill out a little bit. And they fucking, and then they immediately kill her fucking husband, or fiance, whatever. They immediately kill him, like, 5 minutes later. And I'm just like, wow, I'm glad we got to know about these characters. This is just Sword Art Online plot development at its finest right here.
Da, 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 da.
Just straight up, like, useless shit that means nothing, building up characters to die immediately within the same hour that they've been introduced. Ugh, just perfect Sword Art Online writing.
It is very good, Chris. I don't know why you seem to have a problem with it.
Nothing makes me feel for a death like knowing that character for 22 minutes.
If that.
Normally your entire, like, understanding and living with a character in Sword Art Online is like, hey, remember that character you met for 5 minutes? They're dead now.
What?
Don't you feel? No. No.
I didn't get to know them,
I didn't give a reason to feel. Like, for fuck's sakes, Attack on Titan does a better job at it. At least we'll know them for an episode.
It's too real.
If we're lucky. Sometimes they're literally background characters that you don't even... And it's funny, because Sword Art Online at least always gives its characters at least 5 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where Attack on Titan will give its characters either a full episode or no time, but you're still supposed to feel the same amount of bad. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works.
They just died, Chris! Don't you feel emotion?
No, it's like, no. I didn't know them. I knew literally nothing. I had no reason to even like them as a character.
But don't you feel sorry for them to be dead, Chris?
Dude, it's funny, because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you can make people feel bad about the death of a character. Not in the same level
We
as,
returned
like,
some Dalmatians!
giving them a lot of time. But if you fucking, like, if you make a character instantly likable, if you can make a character that the minute people see it, they're like, hell yeah, this dude is awesome, or this person is fucking great, and then you kill them off later, then you can still have that same, like, man, what the fuck? Because you killed off the best character. But that shit never happens because you don't kill off best characters. That's why they're the best characters. Best characters live forever via plot convenience. But yeah, that's sort of online logic. But yeah, then they fucking killed her. Their like soul comes out and absorbs into the bad guy, and the bad guy goes into a fucking full orgasm. And fucking he's just like, it's the best thing ever. I've never felt something so amazing before. Oh, it's the most beautiful. If that's what one meager soul feels like, imagine what Alice's soul will feel like. Ah! And I'm like, why are the villains are always so fucking weird? I think there's some merit to that though, man. I feel like making your villains so fucking weird is just like, yeah, alright, I'm with you. This dude needs to die. I'm with you.
Okay.
Because they explained that it happened once before because he got his, like, his childhood friend, he literally killed her in the woods by stabbing her in her fucking brain.
Oh, boy.
And her soul absorbs into him too, and he's like, and that's what made him a weird fucking person for the rest of his life. But I love that they're like, that's what made him weird. Not the fact that he murdered his childhood friend at the age of 9. It's the fact that he saw her soul leave her body and then was obsessed with seeing souls from people dying. That's what made him weird.
And on that
note... Leave it. Alright, we'll pick this up in the next part. We'll see you then. Peace.